These newly released photos shed light on the D-Day friendly fire disaster that you've probably never heard about. 6 weeks before the Allied invasion of France, Exercise Tiger took place. Now this was a top secret dress rehearsal of the Normandy landings by British and American troops. However, this operation would turn out to be such a disaster, the Allies nearly called off the D-Day landings altogether. Newly released photos from the Historic England archive shed new light on the deadly incident 80 years after it took place. Taken by the US Air Force Reconnaissance Service, the photos were essential practice for airmen who would later use their skills in the offensive on mainland Europe. The exercise took place between the 22nd and the 30th of April 1944 around Slapton Sands Beach in Devon, seen as the closest match to the landscape that the soldiers would find in northern France. Crucially, forces were also ordered by US General Eisenhower to use lime ammunition to make the assault feel as real as possible. The mock invasion began at dawn on the 27th of April 1944, with a naval bombardment followed by troops storming the beach. These surveillance photos showed British destroyers covered by a smokescreen to hide their initial assault. However, some of the assault convoys were behind schedule, and the decision was made to delay the whole exercise by 1 hour. But this message didn't make it through to everyone, as some of the convoys were using different radio frequencies. Here, you can see some landing craft headed towards the beach, whilst others who did hear the order circle, waiting. When the first landing craft arrived on the beach at the originally scheduled time, this then coincided with the delayed assault from the British Navy. The troops on the beach were struck by artillery, and it's estimated that 110 US soldiers were killed in the assault. The situation was made worse as troops were unable to communicate with the ships firing on them due to the wrong radio frequencies being used. Despite the friendly fire, the exercise continued and troops poured onto the beach. This photo shows some of the craters from the shelling, landing as far as 2 kilometers inland. Despite the disaster, the victims of Exercise Tiger did not die in vain. In the aftermath of the operation, the Allies dramatically tightened procedures to ensure units shared correct radio wavelengths and communicated effectively. They also put in place measures ranging from abandoning the use of beach smoke screens to ensuring troops knew how to use life vests properly, ultimately leading to success on D-Day. But it wasn't until the 1980s that a memorial was erected at Slapton Sands Beach in Devon. Due to the dedication of a local resident named Ken Small, a Sherman tank, which sunk during the exercise, was raised and placed at Torcross as a memorial to the US personnel who died during Exercise Tiger.